About a week ago, we got our first look at the cover art for The Art of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, and I think this image is literal confirmation that the two of these characters still maintain their bond through the Force after the ending of The Last Jedi, as well as what some of us have been assuming, which is the two of them ultimately creating balance in the Force. My reasoning is based on a few things, but let's talk about what we are really seeing in this image because it's a great piece of art in its own right. Rey is on a planet with a red hue giving off the vibe of Mustafar, and she is staring downward, lightsaber drawn. In her reflection or vision is Kylo Ren, who appears to be on a jetty near a body of water. His lightsaber is drawn as well. The connection of their sabers creates a minus 90-degree version of the Jedi Order logo. Now, the fact that the lightsabers connect is a riff on physical matter being able to transfer through the Force. The Last Jedi showed it happen, why not go further with it? As we have learned over the past couple of weeks with Jedi Lost and Master and Apprentice, the Force is a lot weirder than we could have ever imagined. Rey and Kylo having a legit lightsaber duel during a Force bond is within the realm of possibility in my opinion, and one thing that sort of solidifies this actually occurring on screen in this way is because of the previous editions of The Art of Star Wars. The previous installments' covers had art that were based on scenes from the actual films. There are minor deviations of course, but as you can see here and here, they clearly ended up being incorporated in principal photography. Not only would this up the stakes for these Force bonds and their potential use in the film, but visually, it would be an outrageously novel approach to a lightsaber duel. And what's interesting is there are murmurings of filming techniques that mess with how gravity is perceived a little, and I believe this was also mentioned during the Mandalorian panel, but it would be very neat to see a sequence built around a Force bond lightsaber battle. Flipping upside down could be extremely jarring, and perhaps this bit of concept art is only a flash between the two characters. They see each other, they quickly strike, and then the vision is over. I have no idea, but I think we will see this visual on screen at some point in The Rise of Skywalker. Like I mentioned earlier, the sabers create the Jedi Order logo. If you have been following me on my YouTube adventure, you know that I think Kylo Ren will realize everything he became as the result of Snoke was for nothing. In the end, he will realize the tragedy of everything he has done. Something in this film will be the catalyst for his actual redemption, since that is a major theme in Star Wars, and this is the son of Han and Leia, and the last heir to the Skywalker bloodline. Again, to remind people, we can't use our real-world morality in these films. We have to look at how the films deal with morality within itself, so in my head canon, Ben Solo's redemption is possible by virtue of Vader being redeemed. Now, with that said, I don't think Kylo is coming out unscathed. I'm not sure he will even survive the events of this film, but the fact that we even see the two of them creating the Jedi Order emblem is telling. Now, I can't dive into Master and Apprentice or Jedi Lost right now, but expect two pretty in-depth videos on those two pieces of work. But we do know that a lot of information was hidden from the Jedi under the belief that it was protection. There was a lot of misunderstanding and mistrust within the Council on what the purpose and true nature of a Jedi is and was. Ultimately, this was all part of the tragic downfall of their order. I think Rey and Ben Solo are becoming what the Force truly intended its wielders to be. Something as close to the original order itself, where there seems to be an acceptance of darkness within light and vice versa. A firm understanding that the light and dark rely upon the other for its existence. There is light, there is dark, there is balance. To bring this to Earth terms, yin and yang. If the locations on this cover art really are in this film, it makes me wonder where Rey and Kylo actually are located. At first, I thought Kylo was on Tatooine, but I do not remember a lake or body of water. Rey, on the other hand, looks to legitimately be on Mustafar, and if that's the case, it raises a whole slew of questions. The only thing of importance to the plot concerning Mustafar would be Darth Vader's fortress. It makes me wonder if this is further solidifying an idea I'm sure a lot of us have, and that's that Vader's helmet and remains, and perhaps castle, is possessed with dark side energy and even Palpatine himself in some way. Maybe Rey is going to snuff out the darkness and Kylo sees where she is, his grandfather's own stomping grounds. But anyway, that is some epic speculation on my behalf, and I'd rather not get too caught up in my own theories until I see a new trailer or some new content. Either way, the cover is very Reylo if you ask me. It's very Ben Demption with the sabers creating the Jedi logo. And I honestly couldn't be happier to see this weird looking concept art that hopefully does make it into the final film. If this is a lightsaber duel using reflections or inverted imagery in this specific way, I am all for it. I'm curious if any of you came to other conclusions based on this image. As fans, I understand we all have our own interpretations, and I am legitimately curious to what you are all thinking after this cover art reveal. As always, if you are new here and enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe so you can stay updated on my newest content. May the Force be with you, and the atatchat is signing off.